We're on your side live at 6. Coming up, changes to FAFSA forms are catching some families off guard this year. Tonight, we are highlighting a local event to help you navigate the paperwork.
And say goodbye Taco Tuesday. Hello, wet Wednesday. Atmospheric river pointing right at the Pacific Northwest. I'll have all the details coming up in your first alert weather forecast.
And it's a battle between businesses and city officials. Tonight, we're tracking the latest parking enforcement developments in downtown Yakima.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. People have been concerned about parking in downtown Yakima for years, and they shared those concerns with the new city council at a recent meeting.
Yep. And Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us what became clear at the meeting is that the issue is not with the number of parking spaces.
Our newsroom is located here in downtown Yakima, so I'm in this area every day, and I do see that there are almost always spots available to park. The problem is it might be a block or two away from your intended destination. The problem, according to business owners, is neither their customers nor their employees feel safe enough to walk even a block away to get to their car.
I'm now regularly dealing on a weekly and or at least monthly basis of someone being accosted as they're leaving the Capitol Theater.
And even if they do feel safe enough, risking getting a ticket for staying in a spot too long isn't worth it for some.
The $50 ticket. That is excessive and ridiculous.
And for businesses with services that can last longer than the 2-hour limit allows, like salons and massage parlors, that's a problem.
If a client of mine were to come in for a session and then come with a $50 ticket, which is absolutely ridiculous, I know I would reconsider if I wanted to go back to that massage place.
Business owners say customers and new businesses need more reasons to come downtown, not less.
If we manage the sense of safety downtown, people don't have the demand in the same degree that they have to see their parking spot.
Safety, a long-term issue, but business owners say getting rid of $50 tickets would be a start, something several council members say they're open to.
I want to get this right. Your guys' businesses and your livelihoods matter more to me than a parking lot and getting it paved.
The council voted at that meeting to extend the moratorium on downtown parking enforcement for another 60 days, while they work on identifying a more permanent solution. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. Here in the Tri-Cities, we saw some clearing on Monday, then the fog returned with a vengeance this morning. Temperatures also felt somewhat colder when I was out there walking the dogs through the mist this morning. Stacey, how long are we expecting this to be sticking around?
Well, we're hoping the fog will clear out, Alyssa, when we start to see these winds pick up later today. But we've got a dense fog advisory still for Walla Walla, Pendleton, Hermiston area tonight till about 1 a.m. Now, winds are supposed to pick up here this evening. That should start to scour out some of that fog and give us a little bit of clearing. We're still seeing some fog developing here in the Prosser area. Right now, though, on our Legends Casino Skycam, looking good outside. 39 degrees, fairly clear skies. Traffic moving along nicely tonight. 37 is our feels like temperature. Let's take a look at rain. We do have an atmospheric river coming in. It's going to be a rainy Wednesday in Yakima. Things will decrease there on Thursday, but we still have a slight chance of rain. We'll see rain a little more active in the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities area over the next couple of days, and Walla Walla is going to get a lot of rain, or at least the chance of it, through Sunday. So let's take a look at what's ahead. We've got those cloudy skies, some fog in areas tonight, should start to improve later. Wet Wednesday on the way. Breezy winds in the foothills. Those will pick up tonight. We have a wind advisory there. And get ready. We've got some weekend snow, mountain snow that is, and we'll see slightly cooler temperatures into the weekend. Austin, Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. A proposal that makes animal cruelty a Class C felony has passed the state house and moved on to the state Senate. Now, in this proposal, animal cruelty is defined in 3 different ways. First, if the person intentionally inflicts substantial pain, causes physical injury, or kills an animal, causing undue suffering, or shows extreme indifference to life. Second, if a person starves, dehydrates, or suffocates an animal, or exposes that animal to excessive heat or cold that results in substantial and unjustifiable physical pain or death. Third, if a person knowingly has anything to do with, for lack of a better term, pornography featuring animals. Now, all of these instances would also apply if the person forces a minor to do any of those acts. If the bill passes, it would make animal cruelty in the first degree a Class C felony in Washington, with maximum penalties of up to 5 years in prison and or a fine of $10,000. Now, this time of year, animal neglect is a serious concern. Some cases, it can get bad enough to be considered abuse.
Yeah, Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma is on your side as she went out to get more details. This story new at 6.
Ben Zigan is an animal service manager for the city of Pasco with the Tri-Cities Animal Shelter and Control. He says they get quite a few abuse cases in the winter months. In many cases, that's because owners aren't making sure their pets have what they need to be comfortable.
Well, they need to make sure that they actually have adequate shelter and housing. It's got to protect them from the elements. They got to be able to stand up, sit down, turn around, lay down comfortably, maintain their body temperature, make sure that their water bowl is not frozen, that they have fresh water on hand. And then I always recommend straw over any kind of bedding because it repels the water and it keeps them warmer.
Zigan says these are the things to look out for to notice if a pet is being abused.
Look at the condition of the dog, the hair, does it look healthy, does it look like it might have mange or something going on due to lack of nutrition, will cause its hair to fall out as well. Basically the size of the dog, if it's a little underweight, thin, would be cause of concern.
When it comes to types of animal abuse, this is the type Zigan sees the most in cases.
It'd be more negligence, something that somebody probably should have known better, but didn't, due to neglect, and the animal was being abused by that. Not so much intentional abuse. We don't see that as regular.
Zigan says that when it comes to animal abuse, it's one of their priority calls and will get someone out there as soon as possible. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Monique, thank you for that. Well, colleges are getting financial aid data from students late this year because the Department of Education revamped the free application for federal student aid last year. It had to be updated again earlier this month to include inflation data. That freed up an additional $1.8 billion in financial aid, but it is also delaying the processing. The Department of Education told colleges not to expect data until the first half of March, which is usually when students hear a decision on their aid. All right, happening right now at the Richland Library, CBC is holding a free event to help people learn about the new federal aid forms. If you need help filing them out or navigating those changes, you can bring your paperwork to the library this evening to get some help from the experts. While FAFSA is handled federally, WAFSA is Washington's version for students that are unable to receive federal aid, according to the director for student recruitment at Columbia Basin College. Now, the changes are to help students and families with their application by requiring them to provide fewer documents, as well as an IRS data exchange tool. But she also says if you are struggling, reach out for help.
We just encourage you to connect, reach out to one of our financial aid workshops, stop in, bring the family, and we're happy to answer those questions. But if you bring your documentation as well, your tax information from 2022, we will actually sit side by side with you and assist walking you through that process.
By the way, CBC is hosting many in-person events to help students and families fill out their aid forms. One is taking place at the Richland Public Library with assistance from financial aid specialists to help those who may be struggling with the online FAFSA forms. Again, just bring your documents and the specialists can help you get your ID number and get you ready to file. The library does recommend you have these documents on hand: your Social Security number or permanent resident number, if you have one. Also, your 2022 federal income tax returns, your W-2 statements. Parents are also encouraged to attend with their students, and if you can, bring a laptop with you. Alyssa.
Definitely one thing I don't miss about college is all of that paperwork.
I know. It gets so stressful.
Yes, so definitely take the help while you can get it tonight. They'll definitely be ready for you.
For sure. All right, the news at 6 just getting started. Still ahead, it's a story you will only see right here on Apple Valley News Now.
We'll introduce you to 3 students getting a special opportunity thanks to a partnership between Richland schools and a local business. Plus, we are talking a Pineapple Express in your first alert forecast. Stacey's going to break down what that means as we get into midweek and start looking towards the weekend.
Also ahead, we are tracking a rise in syphilis cases. While this is considered an STI, the people most impacted here in our region might surprise you. That's coming up in the next 15 minutes.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Hi there. Do you need any help?
Yeah, I was just wondering what nosh means.
Natural!
Organic!
Specialty! Healthy!
Yay, Nosh!
Everything marked nosh means natural, organic, specialty, and healthy. That way you can eat healthy while sticking to your budget.
Grocery outlet, bargain market.
No.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Next DT. Nearly 4 decades after We Are the World, we're with Lionel Richie revealing stories you never knew.
I am telling you, I freaked myself out.
Next DT.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Are you an experienced machinist? We have a job for you. Pasco Machine is hiring now. We offer generous wages, overtime, double time, full medical, paid holidays, and 4-day work schedule. Apply online today at pascomachine.com.
Save now at Buy-Mart with our latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save more store-wide on all your family favorites and more at Buy-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get any phone for free. Seriously, wow.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
I know it's not my business, but I just had to tell you.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
Yeah, maybe we should all keep this to ourselves. No selfies.
Excuse me, it's work. Talk to me.
What a boss.
Get any phone free when you switch to US Cellular. US Cellular, built for us.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa. Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Next extra, Chris Pratt's Battle of the Stash, Helen Mirren's food fight, and Suds on a beach with Messi, the Super Bowl ads stacked with stars, and the spot-tackling Pete Davidson's dating life. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
We're celebrating President's Day all month long with Star-Spangled Savings.
But hurry, these presidential prices won't last long.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Welcome back, everybody. The Richland School District and Toyota of Tri-Cities have joined forces for a brand new partnership.
Yep, so the Richland School District has partnerships with all sorts of local businesses for a work-based transition program. Riley Fitzgerald reports Toyota of Tri-Cities is employing 3 Richland students who have special needs.
These opportunities that were not always available in the past. I mean, realistically, that they really improve the quality of life for the student. And they have this school experience, but then they have a community experience also, and they're growing a ton independently.
The students are in the stage of leaving high school, and the goal with this program is to keep the ball rolling and take a step into life skills and occupational experience.
The focus is to prepare students for what their post-secondary aspirations are.
For many of these students, it's their first job. Richland School District Work-Based Learning Coordinator Scott Peepo says it's been powerful to see the transformation in these students who go through the Community-Based Transition Center. Students work throughout the school week and are growing with confidence, learning to navigate the community, and experience having a job in a way they haven't before. Toyota of Tri-Cities was one of several local companies who hopped on to employ them. Toyota of Tri-Cities president Peter Chung says the onboarding process wasn't much different from any other employee.
We talked about what their needs were, what they love to do, what their passions were, just like I would any other individual. And it was really neat to see how all of our employees just embraced them as part of our family. So now they're just, they're one of us now.
Chung says they had jobs they needed filled, and the school district pointed these students in the right direction. 2 students work in the cafe, while another, interested in photography, helps with taking pictures of Toyota's used cars for sale.
And they, just help our barista make coffee and cookies and hand them out, and just bring sunshine into our customers when they're up there talking with them.
Some students excel with organization or repetitive assignments, while other students like the socialization. One such student is Brendan Smith.
Handing cookies is my favorite.
I spoke with Brendan and his dad, Craig, who opened up about their initial worries, but says the experience exceeded their expectations.
So we were very excited for him. It's a great opportunity. At the same time, we were very nervous. First time at a job outside the home.
And of course, having a job means getting a paycheck. Brendan says he hasn't spent his first check just yet, but he does have some plans for it.
I know one thing you said you wanted.
What?
You want to buy your own season tickets for next year.
Want to pay my own hockey ticket.
Scott Pipo says everyone has a place and everyone needs an opportunity to show that people with special needs can be successful.
A quote that I like is, it's really hard to score runs when you never get at bats. So that's what we're trying to do, and that's what we're going to keep working for, trying to help our students be successful.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And a great story. Thank you so much, Riley. All right, Dust Devil Sky Cam, 39 degrees, fairly clear skies out there. We are seeing a little bit of fog in some of our areas. 37 is our feels like temperature. So a little bit warmer than we've had over the last little bit, but this is what's coming. Atmospheric river, that's a lot headed right at the west coast of the United States, and that's going to bring lots of active rain showers to our area. In fact, it's an atmospheric river, otherwise known as the Pineapple Express. This moisture is starting out its life out near Hawaii, say, gathering all that water, and it's going to dump right on the Pacific Northwest and eventually move right on down into Southern California. So let's take a look at the track of this storm. You're going to really see that moving in late tonight into tomorrow. And as this ridge of low pressure does its magic, it's going to push that down into the south. Now, this is breaking up the atmospheric river. However, there's lots of leftover moisture still possible to come across our areas. They're talking maybe a year's worth of rain in parts of Southern California, the Sierra Nevadas. Not quite as bad for our area, but the west side still could be looking at flooding or possible mud and landslides with all this rain coming through the area. Let's time things out on Futurecast. Here it comes. This is overnight tonight, 4 a.m. or so. Most of us should be getting wet early morning hours, and then those showers just will continue throughout the day. Heavy at times in some areas, and on the west side you can see it nonstop. Things will start to break up a little after dark or so and then move off, but we'll continue to see active weather here in the foothills of the Blues, Walla Walla. Could even see a few snowflakes in some of those upper elevations. Add to that a wind advisory. We'll have some strong gusty winds through this portion of the region that you see in blue along foothills of the Blues down into northeast Oregon, 25 to 35 miles an hour, gusting up to 50 miles an hour at times. We still have a dense fog advisory also in northeastern Oregon and along the foothills. That will expire tonight at 1 a.m. Let's take a look at temperatures. We are on a warming trend. We're going to be about 4 degrees above average in the Tri-Cities, and we'll start to cool off as we head into the weekend and into next week. Temperatures warm up pretty substantially here in Walla Walla, 6 degrees above the average on Thursday, and then cooling down to about average as we head towards the end of the week. Let's talk about those temperatures overnight tonight. That warmer air coming in with those gusty winds picking up. They're coming from the south, so that's that warm airflow. And then look at that. We see nearly 40 degrees tonight in in Pendleton, 36 in Walla Walla, 42 in Dayton. We'll stay in the mid and upper 30s here in the Columbia Basin and Yakima and Kittitas valleys. Planning your day tomorrow, look at that. We're going to see showers or with a chance of them most of the day, with temperatures climbing into the mid 40s. Winds fairly light in Yakima tomorrow. Tri-Cities will see a little bit of a breeze with temperatures climbing close to 50 degrees with a chance of rain throughout the day. Walla Walla, let's pay attention to some of these winds. These are sustained winds, but we could see gusts 30, 35, 40 miles an hour. Temperatures hitting the 50s. Look at that, 54 degrees, but it's going to be a wet day overall. In Hermiston, we'll have a chance of showers there as well. A little bit lighter winds than the Walla Walla area, but still look for some breezy to gusty winds. Temperatures close to 50 degrees at 4 p.m. So very active weather is still to come through the area. Lots more to get to as we continue with Apple Valley News Now at 6. We'll be right back.
So how good will tomorrow morning be?
Don't lie, you're jealous.
When Dua Lipa and Henry Cavill come to GMA.
It was so fun.
And Demi Moore is here live. Tomorrow on
Good Morning America.
At Goodwill, we're more than just a store. We believe in the power of community. Our devoted team of employees, working hand in hand with local business partners, unite to create opportunities for all. Within Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program that assists job seekers in crafting resumes, preparing for interviews, and grants access to community resources and information. We're not just building careers, we're building bridges that strengthen our community. Goodwill, where your purchases and donations transform your community.
Are you looking for a bank that has traditional values and modern solutions? Are you looking for a bank that is member-owned? Are you looking for a bank that leaves a lasting impact on the community? I've got news for you. You're not looking for a bank. Belong to something better. Join Hatho Community Credit Union, where you are more than just a member. Visit hatho.org to join today. Where do you credit union?
We can. We will. We must.
Mattress Depot USA is saying,
yes, we can.
Yes to Sealy Posturepedic.
Yes to Tempur-Pedic.
Yes to interest-free financing.
We're celebrating President's Day all month long with star-spangled savings.
Yes, we can.
But hurry, these presidential prices won't last long.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
The story of a country line dancer who gave her pain the boot. This is Shelley.
Once I start dancing, I forget where I am.
So what was tripping her up?
Foot pain, knee pain, and back pain.
Then she got fitted for Good Feet arch supports.
It was magical. I knew, oh my gosh, this is what I need to stay on the dance floor.
And stay there, Shelley does.
That's my happy place. I'm not gonna stop.
Step in for your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Prepare to be swept off your feet at Legends Casino Hotel in February. Win a chance to play the Planet Love game board every Thursday, and you could claim up to $25,000. Who needs a crummy box of chocolates or bouquet of wilted flowers when you can score between $1,500 and $25,000 just by using your Legends rewards card to earn entries? Come on, do you really want all that romance stuff in February or a big wad of lustful loot? Land on Planet Love at Legends Casino Hotel for a chance to win thousands.
Coming up Wednesday on Good Morning Northwest, Operation Best Friend. We'll meet a new furry friend looking for their forever home. And Tiffany Savona is back with your weather forecast. Showers are on the way across the region. We hope to see you here Wednesday morning.
Welcome back. New tonight, syphilis cases are rising across the U.S. It's actually the highest level of cases since the 1950s. And we wanted to see what things look like in our region. Apple Valley News Now took a trip to the Benton-Franklin County Health Department in Kennewick today to see if cases are indeed on the rise here. And yes, they are. They've actually been rising here in eastern Washington since around 2019. But the biggest worry tonight, pregnant women.
Specifically for our pregnant population or our pregnant capable population, early testing and intervention is really, really important. Congenital rates are among some of the ones that we have seen increases. So getting tested for all STIs, but especially syphilis in the first prenatal visit, the third trimester, and then immediately following birth is very important to make sure that your infant's healthy.
The county also tells us they offer low-income services if you need. You can learn more by just calling the health department. We also know that Oregon is having an even bigger problem. For instance, in 2022, the rate of syphilis there was the highest it has been in recent history, with almost 2,500 cases.
Yikes. Well, switching gears a little bit, we've got some good news for travelers headed to and from the Tri-Cities Airport. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
Hi there. Do you need any help?
Yeah, I was just wondering what nosh means.
Natural! Organic!
Specialty. Healthy.
Yay, Nosh!
Everything marked nosh means natural, organic, specialty, and healthy. That way you can eat healthy while sticking to your budget.
Grocery outlet, bargain market.
No.
Why buy a mattress from Mattress Depot USA?
Low prices.
Every day, we beat any competitor's price.
Selection.
All sizes and brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic.
Customer service.
Our sleep specialists average 10 years in the industry. Check out our reviews.
Comfort guarantee.
120 nights worth.
Same-day delivery.
Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Local.
Born here, live here.
Come see us today.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
When Fred's advertises it, we've got it. Fred's warehouses are loaded with inventory. When your fridge stops working, you need a new one, and you need it now. Fred's has them in stock. The box stores never have this much inventory on hand. You can wait weeks for delivery. At Fred's, get your new appliance the next day. Fred's always has the guaranteed lowest price and shows you competitors' prices on our price tags. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Looking for a car with more room for adventure? Make your presence known when you drive away in a new 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive from Overturf Kia. Now only $29,999. Plus, get 4.25% interest for up to 48 months. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Meet David Silva of Athena, Oregon.
You're doing something the others aren't doing.
He's an Apple Valley News Now viewer.
The folks, the faces that you have, they're friendly, they're easy to listen to.
And a Stacey Lee fan.
Stacey Lee covers the whole basin. It's nice to turn on the TV.
Good Friday evening to you.
And know that we're going to hear the weather at Walla Walla and Pendleton.
From the Blues to the Cascades. First Alert Weather with Stacey Lee.
She's there for all of us.
On your side.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Check your mailbox or pick up a copy in-store. Buy 2 Pepsi brand 12-packs and get 2 free with an in-store coupon. Save $4 on Planters Jumbo Whole Cashews or Deluxe Mixed Nuts. Nature-made vitamins and supplements are 25% off. Plus find great everyday value on Bi-Mart bleach. Member priced at just $2.99 for 96 ounces. The savings start Tuesday at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
The news at 6:30 coming up in just a few seconds, but we do want to tell you about, summer being right around the corner. And if you want to get a kickstart on buying airline tickets to Burbank from Pasco, you're in luck. Discount airline Avelo, which offers direct service to Southern California out of the Tri-Cities, announced today that you can book your flight until June now. This is file video for when they arrived to PSC. Yesterday, it was only available through April. Did I get the right PSC?
Yes,
right? Okay, all right. I'm saying it, I'm like, But in any case, we spoke with airline officials today who tell Apple Valley News Now that the service is quite popular and it is in high demand.
I mean, I know Stacey's telling us about rain coming for Southern California, but anytime we get this fog that we've been dealing with, it makes me think sunshine would be good. Getting out of town might be great. But again, Stacey is talking about that rain that is on the way. We're talking about changes coming up in your First Alert forecast.
Also ahead, we are tracking the dam dilemma, what to do with the Snake River dams, and today a big show of support for keeping them.
And Governor Inslee is taking steps to regulate the use of artificial intelligence in Washington. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
All new during our 6:30 half hour, Eastern Washington Representative Kathy McMorris Rogers is trying to protect the Snake River dams. She grilled stakeholders on Capitol Hill earlier today on what she calls a secret backroom deal by the Biden administration about the future of the Columbia River Basin. The administration talks about a partnership with tribes and states to restore wild salmon, increase the species' resilience, and provide energy stability in the Columbia River Basin. It does not call for the breaching of dams, but it does allow the funding of studies around replacing the services provided by the dams if Congress were to consider breaching them. McMorris Rogers questioned the White House Council on Environmental Quality, saying it acted inappropriately in its report.
The EQ cut a secret backroom deal to please radical environmentalists who are profiting from a campaign to tear out our dams.
Yeah, this is a big story. McMorris Rogers says she doesn't believe the dams are the problem facing salmon in the region and that breaching them is not the solution. Not everyone on the congressional panel agreed with the Congresswoman's idea of a backroom deal. A representative from New Jersey calls the claim, quote, laughable.
Something that's been debated for a long time,
Yep.
and I'm sure we'll continue to talk about that in the years to come. But for right now, let's talk about your forecast. Stacey Lee joins us now. We might be seeing a river maybe in the sky, Stacey.
Yeah, that's what it's called, an atmospheric river. Plus, we've been seeing fog, and more fog, and we continue to see dense, thick fog tonight in the Kittitas Valley. We're talking 1/4 mile or less. Things have gotten a little bit better towards the Columbia Basin. We've seen a little bit of fog developing there in Prosser, but check out Walla Walla, Pendleton, and Hermiston, still under a dense fog advisory till 1 a.m. Hopefully, we're going to start to see those winds come in, some showers develop, and that should help to push some of this dense fog out of our area. So again, keep that in mind. Let's take a look at our sky cam, Dust Devil Geese Stadium sky cam, 39 degrees outside right now. Fairly clear skies going through the Columbia Basin. Your 7-day planning forecast, lots of wet weather, especially in Walla Walla. Temperatures staying warm. I see a couple of 50-degree daytime highs. A little unusual for January going into February, but not unheard of and not record-breaking at this point. Tri-Cities and Yakima, wet weather coming our way. We could have a nice Saturday. I'm seeing a little break in the action there and maybe a little bit of sunshine with temperatures warming up near 50 degrees, but more showers headed our way into the early part of next week. More details, and I'll tell you more about that atmospheric river coming up here in my First Alert full weather forecast. Austin, Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Making headlines around the world tonight, President Biden says he has made a decision on how the United States will respond to the deadly drone attack in Jordan that killed 3 American service members and injured more than 40 others. Officials say the attack happened early Sunday morning at a remote U.S. outpost in the Jordanian desert. Officials say that attack drone approached the base around the same time that an American surveillance drone was returning. That caused confusion and they say hindered the United States from deploying air defenses. The Pentagon says the soldiers were asleep in their beds when the strike hit. The drone is believed to have been launched by an Iranian-backed militia group. There have been more than 160 attacks on U.S. forces in that region since Hamas's attack on Israel back in October. A U.S. official told ABC News that the response will be carried out over several days and there will be very deliberate strikes on facilities that they believe were involved in the attacks.
They'll go after not only the proxy forces, infrastructure, personnel, and leadership, but potentially the IRGC, which is the Iranian group that works with these groups in Syria and Iraq.
Now, the key here for the White House is to respond in a way that will send a strong message without provoking another war. Biden is not holding Iranian officials responsible directly, but he is blaming them for arming radical militants. White House officials say the president has spoken with the families of the fallen soldiers and will attend the dignified transfer on Friday when their bodies arrive back on U.S. soil.
And Alyssa, now to the effort to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. House Republicans holding a markup of their impeachment articles today, moving closer to taking the rare step of impeaching a cabinet official. ABC's Ike Ichoe, is in Washington with the latest.
We cannot allow this man to remain in office any longer.
House Republicans making their case today to remove Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas from office.
Secretary Mayorkas has put his political preferences above following the law.
And throughout the hearing, Democrats criticizing the GOP's attempts to impeach Mayorkas.
The hypocrisy is the least of it. Your attack on the rule of law and our democracy is the worst of it. And you better be careful about the bed that you make.
Still, Republicans justifying their impeachment effort by questioning Mayorkas' honesty.
He comes in here and he raises his hand and he swears to tell the truth. And then he lies when he says the border's secure. He lies when he says that the border is not open.
Republicans are advancing charges against Mayorkas, accusing him of willful and systemic refusal to comply with the law and breach of public trust. Mayorkas firing back in a preemptive letter that charges against him are baseless and inaccurate, adding, "I assure you that your false accusations do not rattle me and do not divert me." Still, a bipartisan Senate bill to strengthen the southern border appears to be going nowhere, with the House Speaker calling it a non-starter.
But from what we've seen, clearly, what's been suggested is in this bill is not enough to secure the border.
President Biden saying he's exhausted all of his executive authority to address the immigration crisis, telling Congress he needs money to do it now.
Give me the border patrol. Give me the people, the judges. Give me the people who can stop this and make it work.
And that was ABC's Ike Ichoe reporting. Got it there that time. House Speaker Johnson says he plans to bring the articles of impeachment to the floor quickly, likely by next week. It's highly unlikely the democratically controlled Senate would convict.
Well, here in Washington, it is legal to have and use marijuana. Now, state lawmakers are considering a proposal that would loosen the restrictions on growing your own supply at home. House Bill 2194 would allow people 21 and older to have up to 4 marijuana plants and any products harvested from them. If you have roommates, you can only have up to 10 plants per household, and it would still be a felony for an individual to have more than 11 plants. The House Regulated Substances and Gaming Committee voted this week to advance that proposal. Just in time for Black History Month, Yakima is getting a visit from Speaker Raymond Santana, one of the 5 teens wrongfully tried and convicted of raping a jogger in Central Park back in the 1980s, now known as the Exonerated 5. The Rotary Club of Yakima, CWU, and Solidarity Credit Union are sponsoring Santana's events over the next 2 days. He'll be sharing his story with area high schoolers and young leaders of color and speaking about disparities in the United States criminal justice system. The public is invited to a community dinner tomorrow night at the Henry Beauchamp Community Center or at CWU on Thursday night to hear Santana speak.
That this isn't about being bitter about what happened to us, but how do we use that experience to help build a better community and better support for people?
Santana will also be speaking at Yakima Rotary Club's meeting at the Yakima Convention Center. That's coming up at noon on Thursday. The talk is free, but lunch will be $19 per person.
Developing here at 6:30 tonight, because of the snow days this year, College Place Public Schools had to make a little bit of changes to their calendar. May 10th is now a school day, and the new last day of school is 1 day later on June 14th instead of the 13th.
It seems like a long way away.
It does.
June. Oh, my goodness.
I know. Wow.
Happening right now, Washington's governor signed an executive order that regards artificial intelligence. We're talking about that coming up.
Also ahead, our foggy conditions are about to give way to wet weather. Live look outside from our Pasco camera, 39 degrees. But I think a warm-up is coming. So Stacy will fill us in when we come on back.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Let a mattress Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Now, here's your 2-minute take on area businesses, communities, events, and entertainment.
This is your 2-minute take. I'm Jamie Council, and today we're at Lifetime Dental Care in Richland, and we're talking about their new orthodontic services, and we're joined by Dr. Armani.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me as well. And you guys are a service provider for Invisalign. As a general dentist, what made you interested in this?
Well, I was in and out of the orthodontist a lot as a kid. Even before I had braces, I had the expander, the embarrassing headgear, all of those things. So to be able to provide orthodontic services as a general dentist is something that's been really fun for me and really rewarding. To be able to provide a little more comfortable experience, a little bit less obvious of an experience to patients, to be able to align their teeth and help see those benefits has been really, really rewarding.
And who would benefit from Invisalign?
Well, a lot of people would benefit. I think people typically think of the cosmetic benefit to Invisalign, but there's a lot of functional benefit as well to aligning teeth and aligning the bite.
And what is the process of Invisalign for somebody coming into Lifetime Dental?
Yeah, so typically we start with a digital scan, so that kind of allows us to take our models and our records. And then this is submitted. We create a digital smile transformation plan. And that allows us to create a series of incremental clear aligners or clear trays that help to move the teeth. People are typically changing those trays once a week on their own at home, and then coming in every 4 to 6 weeks or so for checkup visits.
And what makes you different from other Invisalign providers?
Well, I'm an American Academy of Clear Aligners member, and I'm also a Galler-trained Invisalign dentist. So that does allow me to take on a little bit more advanced cases with that little more advanced training.
That was your 2-minute take.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Come aboard Water to Wine Cruises. Our unique weekend brunch cruise offers delicious dishes by our chefs as you take in beautiful views of the river. Start the morning off right and visit watertowinecruises.com to book your brunch today.
We're celebrating President's Day all month long with Star-Spangled Savings.
But hurry, these presidential prices won't last long.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Welcome back. Today, Washington Governor Jay Inslee signed an executive order that is the first step of setting guidelines for how state agencies will use artificial intelligence. Now, the goal here is to make sure that the state is using AI in a way that's ethical and transparent. Inslee says it is our duty to the public to be thorough and thoughtful in how we adopt these powerful new tools. As generative AI becomes more prominent, privacy and security concerns are on the rise, and more government entities, both national and local, are putting some of these guidelines in place.
Well, Democrats in Congress are ramping up their fight against artificial intelligence, robocalls, and online deepfakes. This after incidents involving likeliness of President Biden and pop icon Taylor Swift make the headlines. I saw this one coming. Fake images of Taylor shook up a social media platform over the weekend. X, which used to be Twitter, but you can still tweet, temporarily displayed an error message on searches for Taylor Swift after she became the victim of sexually explicit pictures created by AI. They have since been taken down. Several House Democrats are hopeful Swift's case will re-energize a stalled bill that's focused on regulating the use of AI. The proposed Do Not Disturb Act overhauls federal rules about robocalls, like one that pretended to be President Biden that was sent out to voters during the New Hampshire primary earlier this month. The Do Not Disturb Act would also make phone providers offering free robocall blocking services to consumers. According to estimates by YouMail, a robocall blocking service, around 55 billion robocalls were placed in the U.S. 55 billion placed in the U.S. since last year.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Let's start with a look outside on our Legends Casino Skycam. Columbia Point in Richland, 36 degrees, so it's cooled down a couple of degrees since we started. Our feels like temp is 36. Winds have died down. That's nice. Now, those winds are going to be ramping up in other areas tonight. I'll tell you where that's going to happen in just a couple minutes. Let's talk about the fog socked in Kittitas Valley. Still seeing very poor visibility tonight. Much better as you get into the Yakima Valley. Now, Prosser is getting down to about a quarter of a mile or half a mile of visibility, and we're starting to drop our visibility here in the Tri-Cities. We've had a dense fog advisory all day long in this section here for Walla Walla, Pendleton, Hermiston. And again, that fog is going to stick around. Now, the good news, or good news, bad news, however you want to look at it, is we have a big system moving in off the coast. We're talking atmospheric river. It's going to impact the entire west coast of the United States. That's going to increase our winds in our region, which should help get rid of the fog. But here's what's coming. The Pineapple Express atmospheric river picking up all this warmer water in the atmosphere, bringing it right up and dumping it right on the Pacific Northwest. That ridge of low pressure out there, that's going to, or the trough of low pressure, excuse me, that's going to start moving that moisture even into Southern California. They're expecting possible flooding, Sierra Nevadas, but look at that river. It's pointed right at us, right at the Pacific Northwest, all across Oregon, Washington, and most of California. So that's the active weather pattern we're in the middle of once again, and we've seen a couple of those in the last couple of weeks. Let's talk about Futurecast and time the system out for you Wednesday morning, early morning. So tomorrow, as you get up and get ready to head out the door, grab the umbrella. It's going to be wet at the bus stop for the kiddos. The rain doesn't really give us a break all day long. This is at noon. Still widespread rain all through the area. We'll start to see things break apart slightly for Yakima and Ellensburg earlier in the evening, eventually moving off to the east from the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities. We'll still see active weather over the next couple of days with more rain heading into Walla Walla. This is all coming up from the southwest, so warmer temperatures on top of this. Plus, we're going to see those strong breezy to gusty winds. We do have a wind advisory that's going to be in play starting tonight through Wednesday night all along the foothills of the Blue Mountains down into the Simcoe Highlands as you get into northeast Oregon. Here's that dense fog advisory that expires at 1 o'clock. Here's the warmer temperatures associated with this front as it comes through the area. We'll see temperatures about 4 degrees above the average for the Tri-Cities. In Yakima, those temperatures even warmer. Look at that, nearly 50 degrees still in the month, or this will be February 1st. So moving into February, not unusual, not record breaking, but definitely on the warm side. Foggy day at the park, thanks to our friend Dee Hahn in Walla Walla. She likes to share a lot of photos. Thank you for doing that. Remember, you can share your weather photo as well. Just get outside, snap it, send it to me, Esley at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Love to see those weather photos. Here's what it looks like tonight through the area. We'll see temperatures in the 30s, close to 40 degrees along the foothills of the Blues. That's due to those breezy and gusty winds. We're close to 40 tonight in the Tri-Cities and pretty warm as you move up into the Yakima and Kittitas Valleys. Again, that's that southwest flow coming up through the area, but those gusty winds really picking up tonight along the foothills of the Blues. Your 7-day planning forecast is on the way, and more Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 when we come right back.
Two iconic rock bands, one night of history. The Marshall Tucker Band, Jefferson Starship. Live on Cloud 9 Tour. Saturday, March 9th, the Legends Casino Hotel, Toppenish. All the hits. All the history. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. The Legends Casino Hotel, Toppenish. Saturday, March 9th.
We can. We will. We must.
Mattress Depot USA is saying,
yes, we can.
Yes to Sealy Posturepedic.
Yes to Tempur-Pedic.
Yes to interest-free financing.
We're celebrating President's Day all month long with star-spangled savings.
Yes, we can.
But hurry, these presidential prices won't last long.
prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Save now at Bi-Mart with our latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save more store-wide on all your family favorites and more at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa. Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back. On our Fly the Northwest segments, we've visited Idaho's Priest Lake more than any other place, and there is a good reason.
Yeah, I'm excited for this because it is one of the most beautiful places in the Pacific Northwest, and during the winter, if you can believe it, it takes on even more beauty.
All right.
People love coming to Priest Lake in the wintertime. It's a winter wonderland. I mean, this year in particular, we've been getting 8 to 10 inches of snow a week since about Thanksgiving. And you can see we're just buried. People just like being outside. All the activities we can to bring economic growth to Priest Lake, and cross-country skiing is just part of the plan. Just the freedom of being out there, and if you have a dog that wants to run with you, and you can go, and it gets your heart rate up and keeps you energized, and it keeps you in shape. And I like it the best, of course, when the sun's out and you can see what you're doing. We have a nice freshly groomed trail. That's my favorite part. Doing the grooming for around 20 years. Our Nordic clubs got really strong in the last 10. We've picked up a new grooming equipment from the state of Idaho. We're a park and ski area where you buy a park and ski pass, which covers the entire state of Idaho and all the different cross-country ski groomed areas, so you don't have to pay at each spot, and we're part of that program. So we have a new roller that's about 8 feet wide, and we drag it behind a side-by-side vehicle that has tracks on it. And we'll drag the roller first, which will compress the snow and make a nice flat trail behind it. Then once we set that and get it flat, then we'll come back through and we'll do it again, but we'll do it and we'll set classic ski lanes, which are just 2 parallel lines that are maybe 1.5 inches to 2 inches deep, so that when you're actually skiing and gliding, your skis stay going in a straight line. And the golf course is an 18-hole golf course in the summertime and a Nordic Center in the wintertime. Try and groom it every Thursday or Friday coming into the weekend, so it's set for the weekend. There's probably a total of 10 kilometers worth of trails that circle around through there. People really like just getting away, but when you come up here, it's worlds away because we're Idaho's crown jewel, Priest Lake, Idaho.
Say less, get more. Buy one, get one for $1. Choose from Bacon McDouble, McChicken, McDouble, or Hot and Spicy McChicken. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Denver Mattress, comfort comes easy, but peace of mind is a bit tricky. And no, we can't give you a bedside psychoanalyst. Beat it, Sigmund. But you can rest easy knowing every mattress is backed by our 365-night Better Sleep Guarantee. And during the 7-day winter sale, check out the Summit for only $299.99 or get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Plus 4 years no-interest financing and free shipping. Comfort, peace of mind, and a great night's sleep. Only at Denver Mattress.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction. Some bath remodels just cover up water damage. Fact. Bathfitter inspects and cleans your current tub area, and we make any necessary repairs before installing our product for a watertight fit. Bathfitter installations are built to last, with a lifetime warranty to fit your expectations. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get any phone for free. Seriously, wow.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
I know it's not my business, but I just had to tell you.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
Yeah, maybe we should all keep this to ourselves. No selfies.
Excuse me, it's work. Talk to me.
What a boss.
Get any phone free when you switch to US Cellular. US Cellular, built for us.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa. Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
In life's delicate moments, turn to the compassionate experts at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Whether it's hospice, palliative, or grief care for adults and children, we are here for you in Benton and Franklin counties. And the best part, our grief support comes at no cost to you. When life gets tough, we're here to guide you, ensuring you live your best life, even through the toughest moments. Visit us today at tccbestlife.org.
Here sits the McDonald's hash brown, the side that makes every breakfast sandwich better. Let's all be more like the hash brown.
Your breakfast favorites are even better with a rich, medium iced coffee for just $2.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
And let's take a look at your 7-day planning forecast. Yakima wet for the next couple of days. Things look pretty nice heading into the weekend. We actually have like that little, I don't know, calm there, but you see those temperatures do drop back into the freezing level those nights as well. So kind of calm there. Tri-Cities got more chances of rain through Friday. Saturday is looking pretty good. A little ripple in the current there Sunday, Monday. Temperatures drop down to the freezing level again, those cooler nights. But Walla Walla, well, it's going to be wet there. Not only wet, but very windy. There is a wind advisory that's in place till tomorrow night. So overall, it's going to be a lot wetter there at the foothills of the Blues. A little bit of a break though on the weekend, and since we haven't had the greatest weekends, I would get out and enjoy that while it's there because, you know, it changes at a whim.
Yep, definitely got my fingers crossed for that glimpse of sunshine on Saturday.
There you go. A little bit of sunshine would be great.
By the way, this is our first night together.
It's been a team.
So be sure to join us now weeknights at 5 and 6.
Yep, we'll be here. Thanks, Stacy. Thank you for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, and we're back at 11.
Hoping your news is good news. Good night.